Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mariza Glam, and in today's video guys, I'm going to be doing a review on the new Wet n Wild Bare Focus Tinted Hydrator. Didn't even know that they were coming out with a new like tinted hydrator from Wet n Wild. I didn't even know they had a new concealer coming out. So shout out to the goddess Ray. Hey girl. She told me about it and I went ahead and I picked it up for you guys to try it out, to see how it performs, to see how I like it. I am gonna go ahead and read the claims really quick to this formula. So for the tinted hydrator, it does say that it's an oil-free tinted hydrator, hyaluronic acid, vegan squalane, buildable to sheer to medium coverage, semi-matte finish. So that I'm gonna put to the test today and see how this goes. And then I also, like I said, picked up the concealer, the Wet n Wild Mega Last Incognito concealer. I will be giving this one a try as well to see how this one works and see how I like it. I wasn't a big fan of the Photo Focus concealer from Wet n Wild, so hopefully I like this one. This one claims to be an all-day wear with medium to full coverage, so I'm not sure. We're gonna check that out today and as well check it out and see if it is. The only thing that I can say about these products is I just don't like the fact that they don't have a huge shade range. I believe that they both came out with only 8 shade ranges, which is kind of like to me, I don't know. I love when a brand comes out with numerous shades because it gives us all a chance to try the product out. So if you guys are interested in this type of video and want to know my thoughts on these new Wet n Wild products, then please continue watching, and like always, please don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so every time I upload a video you guys are notified. And let's go ahead and get started with this review. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get started. I went ahead and I primed my face with my favorite e.l.f. Mint Mount Cooling Face Primer. I've been really liking this, so I went ahead and I did that. Also, I moisturized first and I primed. We're gonna go ahead and apply this tinted hydrator from Wet n Wild, and this one is in the color, the shade medium tan, and I really hope that I picked the right one because I don't know. I felt like this was the only one that was closest to my skin tone. So a lot of people say that you should use this foundation with a dry beauty blender or a brush. I don't know if I want to use a dry beauty blender because it's not a very hydrating formula. It's actually supposed to be a matte formula, but a tinted moisturizer. So I don't know if people with dry skin are going to like this formula. I think people with oily skin might like this formula, but I'm kind of combination skin, so we're gonna see how it works. I'm gonna apply my whole entire face with the brush. I'm not going to do half beauty blender and half sponge. So I'm just gonna go in there. Oh. The only thing I can honestly say, you guys, about this is that their shade range is very bad. Well, yeah, that's too light for me. Oh yeah, that's too light for me. This is medium tan. This is definitely not medium tan. This is more like light tan or light period. Oh yeah, this is not my color. You guys can see that this is not. It does smell like sunscreen. I don't know, give me that sunscreen. Obviously guys, this is not my skin tone. I might end up, if I like this formula, I might end up picking up a more darker color. The sad thing about it is I purchased this online and I don't even know if my Ulta has them in store. I don't know, so I'll have to go see. This is way too light. This is not good. All right, we're just gonna keep it moving. I do see a bit of a sheen to it, but I don't see it very, like, I don't think it's too dewy. A lot of people said that it dries down very like matte, like it has a matte feel. I don't know if my girls who have really oily skin would probably favor to this more than like the other tinted moisturizers that are out there right now, because a lot of the tinted moisturizers have a lot of glow to it. Yeah guys, this is way too light. I'm so sad. I actually gotta go somewhere right now, so I'm like, oh, I look like a ghost. Okay, obviously not the right shade. Their shade range with this is just not my favorite. I will go ahead and I will put a little picture here for you guys to see the shade range, but I feel like they could have done a whole lot better when it comes to shade ranges. which is really strange because most of the time their shade range with the foundation Wet n Wild stick and the other foundations that I like from them have a huge variety of shade ranges. They're like 20 shade ranges. This one only had like about 8. So I hope they fix that if this is something that does really good. This is supposed to be medium tan and this is so not medium tan. I'm definitely gonna have to bronze a lot, like cream bronze. This is just horrible. Oh my god, I look like a ghost. I know I look crazy. The finish though, I don't see it very dewy. That's one thing I can say for so far. It's not a very dewy formula. It's actually really good. I did go ahead and pick up the Wet n Wild Mega Last Incognito Concealer. This concealer is supposed to be a very full coverage concealer. I will go ahead and leave a picture of all the shade ranges. I feel like it's okay. I feel like it could have done a little bit better as well, but we're gonna see how it works. They only came out with 8 color concealers, which is kind of like strange to me. I feel like they should have also kind of went in with a little bit more deeper, darker tones and just kind of expand the shade range a little bit to me. So it's really strange to me how they only made like 8 of the tinted moisturizers and really 8 of the concealers. So I don't know. I'm just gonna go ahead and read the claims that I see on the Ulta website. Wet n Wild Mega Last Incognito Concealer delivers an all-day wear and a buildable matte medium to full coverage, so you can get sly and fly without them knowing. It's also a fully concealing imperfections without detection under the sunlight or spotlight. So it claims to be a really full coverage type of concealer. I don't know the formula. A lot of people say that the formula is really good as well, so I'm not sure. But I am eager to try this out and see how this works. It also claims to be an all-day buildable to full coverage concealer. I don't know. We are going to go ahead and test that out right now. I did pick up the shade Medium Honey. This one retails for $5 on Ulta. Let's go ahead and give it a try and see how that, oh wow, that's a completely different color to my tinted. I honestly don't know if this is going to work. I am gonna blend it in with my Flawless concealer brush from e.l.f. and I'm just going to blend that in. They say a little goes a long way, so I don't know, we'll see. I'm actually glad that Wet n Wild made another concealer. I know a lot of people like that Photo Focus concealer that they had. I honestly wasn't a huge fan of it. I don't know why, but it just never gravitated to it. Okay, so this definitely is a, oh wow, I do see a definite full coverage type of formula. Definitely full coverage. Wow, that's actually really good. What I am gonna do is apply some on the areas that I want some more coverage, where I'm having a little bit of like these little breakouts. So I'm just gonna do that. Okay, so I feel like the concealer has kind of helped. Of course, the tinted hydrator is a little too light for my likings, but I feel like with applying the concealer, it just kind of helped even it all out. I do feel like it's really completely different from my neck, so I might have to drag that down. But I do feel like the concealer is pretty good. It did blend in really nicely under the eye, which I am so happy about. Like, it's not a very hydrating type of concealer, but I do feel like it does give you that really youthful under eye, which I can appreciate. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup off camera, and then I'll be right back to let you guys know my thoughts on these Wet n Wild products, so I'll be right back. All right guys, I am back. I finished up my face really quick and I am done. I did a very basic makeup look. I feel like I always do that with the tinted moisturizers because I just don't feel like I need to put on a full face, and also I need to hurry up and get out. So anyways, I did this really quick, and I have to say that I feel like the tinted hydrator has definitely like mattified. I don't see no hydration, like no glow, no anything, and it doesn't claim to have any of that. It claims to be a more of a mattifying hydrator. Like I said, other ones that I have tried claim to be more on that like glowy. I feel like if you're a person who doesn't like the glow and you guys have like that real oily skin and you need something that's just going to be real quick, real like I gotta get out of here, but I'm gonna put a little bit of something on. I feel like you would really like this. But for my girls who do like that glow and want something more glowy, this is not it. This is not it. But I'm not mad at it. The only thing that I can say, like I said before, the shade range sucks. Like it does. I feel like they should have more colors. This one is definitely not my color. I did have to bronze up my face because I was just looking a little too white. I don't even feel like I did correct it enough. I don't know. But I am a little bit disappointed that the fact that it's not really my shade range. Normally medium tan is my shade range. Like if I get a medium tan, I know it's gonna work out, but this one just, it's not medium tan to me. I do feel like this tinted hydrator formula is just really good for a good coverage. Like I feel like it's giving me more coverage than my other hydrating formulas that I've done reviews on, like the Milani Tinted Glow one. I feel like that one's really good and I like it, but I feel like this one just gave me a little bit more coverage. So the concealer, so far, I do feel, why am I screaming? The concealer, I do feel like it has good coverage. I would say I like it better than the Photo Focus concealer that they had. This is my first time liking like their concealers, so I would definitely say it's a go. It very much reminds me of the first camo concealer that e.l.f. came out with, you know, that more mattifying one, not the hydrating one, because the finish just feels like that. And to be honest, like under my eye, I do feel it being a little bit more drying. Definitely not like hydrating at all. I don't know, I feel like I have to wear this a little bit longer to see how I like it. Normally I do love me a little bit of some hydration under my eyes, but I will give it a try for a few hours. I'm gonna give it a try just a little bit longer and see how it works, both of them. So yeah, I will be back in a few to let you guys know my thoughts on these products. So I'll be right back. All right guys, I'm back. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk to you guys about my thoughts on this concealer and tinted hydrator. I wanna say, I feel like the tinted hydrator definitely is a very like, I wouldn't say completely matte, but it's definitely not dewy and it's definitely not like a glowy type of product. I do feel like it is a matte consistency because obviously there's no sheen on my face. And it's been since 3 o'clock today. It is 9:48 p.m. So I've had it on for a few hours. I definitely had some transfer, but like I said, never look at these tinted hydrators like something that's not going to be transfer proof, like it's going to transfer. I definitely feel like the areas that I get oily are like right here. I do have like a good amount of some cracking going on, but that normally does happen with like some of my foundations. This one had more of a matte feel, so if you are oily skin and you're looking for something like this that's like a tinted moisturizer hydrator and you just want something to just kind of like get you going for the day where you don't have to put like a lot of effort into, I would definitely try this one out. The only thing is the shade range. I don't like the shade range. I definitely felt like medium tan was going to be my color. I did go to Target earlier today and I saw that they have them there now. I was gonna pick up the shade closest to it, which was deep or medium deep or something like that. It just looks so dark, so I was like a little like, do I really want to get that? Or maybe I could mix the two. So I didn't end up getting it, but I might end up getting it. I just didn't get it. I was like, no. I do feel like if you use this and you go in with your cream bronzer or you just go in with some bronzer, you might be able to like, you might be all right. But it is going to be, it does come off light to me. And this definitely looks like a light versus a medium tan. Does not look medium tan to me. Okay, so the concealer, I do like the color. I got medium honey. This reminds me, like I said earlier, like the camo concealer, the first concealer, the more matte concealer than the hydrating one. I did get a little bit like cracky a little bit under the eye, but not too bad, like not too much where I wouldn't use this again. Is it something that I feel like I would always use? Maybe not. I don't know. I feel like it just, if you have some really dry under eyes going on and you love hydrating formulas, don't get this one. The full coverage, I would say it is good coverage, but as time goes on throughout the day, I do notice a lot of cracking right here. My under eyes need some hydration. So yeah, maybe that's the other issue. And then over here, you guys, I got like lint in my eye earlier and it was hurting and I was trying to remove it and it just got really watery under here. So I'm not trying to pay attention to this one, but this one was fine. But there is like a very good amount of cracking going on. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's just like a good amount of cracking. It's not a concealer that I would feel like I would continue to use. Maybe sometimes, you know, but not. I hardly ever use my camo concealer. I always use my hydrating one. So if you guys love hydrating concealers, there are other ones at the drugstore that are a lot better than this one, but this one isn't bad. I just don't think it's in my preference for me. So yeah, also the shade range, that one I feel like they should expand a little bit more too. They don't have a whole lot. Medium honey worked out fine. Even at Target, they had these at Target too, and the medium honey was gone. So I feel like a lot of girls that are like my skin tone definitely love the medium honey better. It does have like a little bit of a yellowy undertone under it. I don't mind that. I actually like yellowy undertones when it comes to my concealer, and a little bit of peach in there too. I'm kind of in between both, but definitely like the color. Yeah guys, I hope you guys enjoyed my review on the new Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator / Mega Incognito Full Coverage Concealer. Woo! I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Please leave me a comment below and let me know if you guys had tried this out. Are you going to try this out? Do you feel like these colors are like more like your color? What color would you guys recommend for me to try out if you guys have tried it out? Please leave me a comment below, and like always, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so every time I upload a video, you guys are notified. And I will see you guys on my next video very soon. Mwah. Bye guys.